All right, Pisces, hello, welcome. Welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless, of course. It's Water Wednesday, Pisces. Means I read for you every Wednesday. Water Wednesdays. I didn't trademark it yet. Don't steal it though, okay? Honor system. We are going to take 3 cards of general energy using my brand new deck. It is called the Baroque Tarot. And I'll give you a little show and tell. It's beautiful. It's based on a Rider-Waite-Smith deck, but it has beautiful watercolor and a little bit of some deviation from the imagery in really unique ways. I just think they're gorgeous. They just really spoke to me. Now the outside, it's got like gold foil on the sides and stuff, which isn't my typical thing. I'm more drawn to the actual artwork contained therein. For an example here, we have the death card on the bottom. Like, I love the just the vivid imagery. It's vivid, but then it's also kind of got some abstractions to it. It's really unique. Some of the faces are blank. There's like, it's cool. It's very very dreamy, I guess you could say. Right, wrong, or indifferent, love it or hate it, I don't know. I think it's pretty sweet. And then we will be clarifying with the Wild Unknown, and then getting 3 cards of potential outcome from this Baroque once more. So, Pisces, without further ado, let's get right into it. We are kicking it off with the 3 of Wands here. Okay, let me hold that up for just a minute. I'm sorry, this is show and tell, right? We're doing a little show and tell. So we got the 3 of Wands. We have the 4 of Wands. How about that? Ooh. Oh, yeah. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, beautiful. Underlying energy is the 9 of Swords. Why? What's going on? What's going on, Pisces? What are you up in your head about? What's this nightmare energy? What's this anxiety? What's this concern and worry over? Yeah, why is it here? Looks to me like what you're desiring. I think what you're desiring is a partnership with another person. I mean, this seems pretty clear. The 3 of Wands leading into the 4 of Wands is sort of saying to me, like, yeah, what you're really looking for is that you're looking for a celebration with a special someone. Queen of Cups, this could be your energy, Pisces. This is actually a card that's traditionally affiliated with Cancers. Maybe you've got your eye on a Cancer, who knows? But Pisces, you've got a desire to nurture something, to love on something, to cultivate something very beautiful. And of course, the Queen of Cups is highly intuitive as well. So in Pisces, you guys typically are very much that way. So we do have a strong desire to nurture and cultivate some kind of beautiful relationship energy here. It's very motherly. It's very sweet. And have this celebration. So there's somebody, what I'm thinking is that, this is very specific for somebody, maybe, or for some of you, but it seems like probably what's going on here is maybe you're pining for somebody. It feels like some of you are pining for somebody. You've got it's a bit of a lovesick energy, because that 3 of Wands is like looking off into a distant land, and imagining and wanting to be there, and having, actually, with the 3 of Wands, it's having the tools to get there. Also, you've got your mind, your body, and your spirit all kind of in alignment to take you somewhere. And where you want to go, apparently, is to the 4 of Wands energy, which is, it's a celebratory energy, and it's oftentimes can speak to soulmates and marriages and things like that, because we have like these 2 people that are celebrating. It's almost like it's a couple. It's a divine counterpart. So what you have there is the ability to get there. What you don't have, perhaps, hinting at this 9 of Swords energy, is that perhaps you've got your eye on maybe your specificity, you've got your eye on a certain person, and maybe that's not it. Maybe it's not it. I don't know. We're clarifying the 3 of Wands. We have the 6 of Pentacles. So the seeds that you've planted, that you've sown, have starting to, they've taken root and they're starting to bud out. You know, there's like the pentacles are starting to bud. So the investment is starting to pay off. It is going to bring some kind of balance into your life, but it's also important to stay generous within that space. Okay. The Mother of Wands here, Queen of Wands, very protective. Very protective of her eggs, very protective of her children. Some of you may have children already, or a child, and you know, are very, very guarded and protected around that child. This is a good thing. Queen of Wands also is very confident, you know, knows what she wants. Very passionate woman. And then we have the Queen of Swords, Mother of Swords. This queen's very intuitive. Kind of knows what's up, can, you know, has the BS detector, and, you know, her criticism can cut, right? So you may find yourself, these two together, this is potent. This is like, this is a sassy woman right here. A fiery woman that says what's on their mind and really puts out some cutting energy. That's interesting. So your Three of Wands, it's bringing you about some kind of restoration into your life, or you're bringing something about. I guess one of the avenues it's coming through is through your fire, kind of through those spicier sides of you, Pisces. You got to be able to stand up for yourself when you need to stand up for yourself. You got to be able to recognize when something is bullshit and cut it out. Okay. I will point out as well, because we have the Queen of Cups here, that's 3. We're just starting the reading and we got 3 of the queens. That's really interesting. It means we're approaching Empress energy, which is sort of the culmination of all 4 queens qualities, right? The Hierophant's on the bottom right now. It's card of Taurus. Some of you may have some fascination or attraction to a Taurus. My nose does itch when I say that. But also this is an institutional thing as well. You know, it can represent traditions. Again, could represent marriage and stuff. Like there's some of you that are desiring something like that. I guess in the context of what we were just looking at, some of you may be married or be with a Taurus already, and there's something. No, I don't know. There may be something going on, but I don't have any clarity on that yet, so let's keep going. Regarding the Four of Wands, as I was saying that, there may be something going on, but I don't know. We did have the 8 of Swords pop out. This is a card of feeling stuck, right? There's a transformation happening here, but there's a limited amount of time to act. Obviously, while cocooned, you can't really move or anything, right? But this butterfly is going to have to take flight before it falls off the sword, you know, before the weight of its transformation drops it onto the swords below. So there's a call to make decisions and to take action before it's too late, sort of. In this case, it's a little different than the traditional just being, you know, bound up and stuck. It's like there is a transformation. So when the time is right to take action, to communicate with your words, it's time, right? Okay, we have the Moon here. This is about your deepest desires. Yes, I mean, some of you are longing for a soulmate connection. It's what you truly desire. It's what you truly want. You feel stuck that maybe you can't obtain it for some reason. At the time, anyway. And then we have the 5 of Swords. This is a card of speaking bluntly and speaking in a way that causes separation. In the wild unknown here, the sword is cutting a worm in half. And it also speaks to self-destructive energy. In this case, it's like this 5 of Swords is almost saying, like, you may throw your words around you may throw your words around and cut. It could be to your own detriment, so be careful. Be careful. However, that's juxtaposed with this 8 of Swords, which is also speaking to the fact that there will be a time to take action, and it's important not to let it pass you by. Okay? We do have the Page of Wands on the bottom, aka the Daughter of Wands. This can represent a spiritual breakthrough, some kind of spiritual healing and spiritual breakthrough. So in other words, recalibrating and figuring out what it is that you are truly passionate about. You may have had a setback because the card that precedes this in the actual order of the deck is the Ten of Wands, and that's a card of like finally releasing a burden, right? And when you release that burden, it gives you the opportunity to heal and really understand what it is that you're truly desiring. I just gave a lecture to Cancer just a minute ago about this. It's like sometimes we don't even know what we really want because we're burdened by all these other things. And like the key to figuring that out is to cut away the things that we don't want. So, cut away the things you don't want. If you know you don't want something, get it out of the way so that you can figure out what you do want. Because the Page of Wands is also, this new wand, it's a new beginning in the sense. We have the Ten of Wands that leads to the beginning again. It's the end of a cycle. And this new wand is blossoming and budding. Right? So there's a new opportunity on the horizon for you. You'll know what it is, but something's got to get out of the way. Something's got to give first. Something's got to give first, Pisces. So what is it? It's hard for you to let go of something. Let's get some clarification on the Queen of Cups for you, shall we? 8 of Cups. Yep. Emperor. Yep. Ace of Cups. Okay, this is spelling it out, frankly. You need to walk away from the things that don't serve you, the things that are irreparable. If something is done, it's done. It's done. Do you want an Emperor? You got to get this shit out of the way. You have to. All right? It's time. It's time to mature. It's time to mature enough to recognize that everybody's got their own autonomy. They've got their own free will. You got to let go of somebody. You got to let go of somebody you perceived as an emperor, potentially, in order for the true emperor that you actually are meant to belong with to come in, right? Because there is something coming. There's a new opportunity coming. A new opportunity in love coming for you, Pisces. An emperor of sorts is coming for you, but you have to get the false emperor out of the way. You have to walk away from the false emperor. And that means, and you're probably not even in a relationship with false emperor. Some of you are literally just crushing on somebody. Some of you, maybe it's an ex. It's all dependent on your situation. Take it as it resonates, of course. And you'll know what it is. And I also need to clarify that I'm not passing judgment here when I say this. I'm speaking from experience, Pisces. I've gone through this. I understand. It is hard to let go of people. So anyway, let's get some clarification on the outcome. All right. So just know that I may get a little bit stern and fatherly with you at times. That doesn't mean that I care. I care, and I have a little bit of past lived experience that I want to at least try to share anything I can that's helpful. My goal here is to read for your highest good, your highest outcome, and to truly help and serve. I serve others as an act of love because I love people, and I don't like to see people suffering. Anybody really, at all. So it's just my nature. So yeah, sometimes tough love is necessary. Don't take it personally. Okay. I'll shut up now. I don't know what this is all about. Okay, potential outcome is the Queen of Wands. So we got the Queen of Wands coming out again. It's a call for your own confidence, right? That 8 of Cups that we spoke of earlier, the walking away from things that doesn't serve, that is an act of empowerment. The number 8 in the tarot is really, generally speaking, cards of personal empowerment. Either personal empowerment or a lack thereof. The 8 of Swords that we saw earlier is sort of a feeling of not being powerful. The 8 of Cups is actually really a powerful card. It's not comfortable. It can be painful, but choosing the you know, choosing to take the painful path because we understand that it has to be done, and acting in that way is a very powerful thing. And like the 8th card of the Major Arcana is strength, right? Taming that lion. You're finding your power in this. If you have the capacity to walk away, you find your power, you know? And this confidence, this fiery woman that knows what she wants, that's passionate, that's confident, that makes her attractive as well. She's very attractive to others because she has a demeanor, she has a way about her, you know? And I think this is, doubling down on this is like telling me that this is where your energy can go. If you'll see things from a different point of view, the Hanged Man. Yes, Pisces, the Hanged Man. This is your card. It's one of your cards. And, you know, making yourself uncomfortable in order to receive enlightenment, you know, hanging upside down like this probably isn't comfortable. Certainly isn't. I know I would hate it. But you gain enlightenment and you see things from a new point of view and you recognize that it's for the best, you know. If you go through the uncomfortable process of releasing whatever needs to be released, you're going to find out that it was worth it in the long run, because you'll be looking back on the situation from a different perspective and recognizing the toxic aspects of the previous situation and how much empowerment, how much you found yourself by standing up for yourself, Pisces. Then we have the 10 of Swords. It's done. You have the opportunity to finish this. If you're stuck in a situation that's not resolved with a person, you can be done with it. You can be done with it. And that is hanging out. This card is hanging out right over the Ace of Cups. It's like when it's done with, there's something around the corner for you, Pisces, okay? The High Priestess is on the bottom right now. This is your gut. This is your intuition. This is your inner knowing. Pisces, you have to trust your gut. And I think deep down you know. I know you do, because you've got the 3 of Wands here, which is saying, you know, your heart, your mind, and your spirit are all aligned. Like you're equipped to go where you want to go. You know what it is. If something isn't right and you're hanging on to it because it's hard to let go, this is just a reminder to trust your gut, okay? If you know somebody's bad for you, it's time. It's really time to let them go. And in doing so, you open yourself up to brand new opportunities that could be potentially very beautiful. And Pisces, with the 3 queens represented here as feminines, and then the counterpart being the Emperor, it's like, for many of you, you may be feminine types regardless of your gender, and you're looking for a masculine. That seems to be the general vibe here. This is very specifically for you, you know. You do have to cut things out that don't serve. And I don't know, I guess I'm being redundant now. I don't think I need to say more about it. I think you get it. So, Pisces, that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And if this resonated, and this is your energy, first of all, know that I'm wishing you all the best with this, of course. My heart goes out to you, because it's hard. This is not an easy situation. I would encourage you to take the plunge, so to speak, and cut the things out that don't serve. And finally, if it did resonate, on top of all those other things that are much more important, consider subscribing if you're not already, okay? And then you can see me every week on Wednesday, Water Wednesdays, every Wednesday for you, Pisces. Until next week, have a beautiful week. Best of luck with this energy. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and no more BS. Don't take any BS from anybody. Okay, take care.